Hi, and welcome to Toni Time. Today as our guest. Now let me tell you how this happened, how I met these ladies. Well, Sue first I met, but I was videotaping at the community center in Biddeford. And to save the building, people got up and told wonderful stories about the building. And as I was leaving, I was handed a bag, a brown paper bag. And I thought, oh, what's this? And when I got home, it was to me, the most amazing giveaway. It was a coffee cup. It looked like a flower pot with the name Adult Education on it. And there were pens in there, and there were sticky notes. The most useful giveaway, believe me, I have had in a long time. So from that point, I called Sue, and I said, I want you on the show. So Sue and Paulette are here today, and I want to welcome both of you.
Thank you.
To the show. And I was just amazed by that. That was the greatest giveaway ever. And I know that sounds silly, but it was something that was useful. So as I was looking over everything, and we spoke on the phone, and I said, let's get you on the show. I want to know, you brought a lot of promo pieces here. Mm-hmm. Things that they're doing is amazing. There are adult education classes they do, which is amazing. Where can people pick this up at?
At the community center, the library, they're at the laundromats, they're at some of the grocery stores.
All right.
And online.
Online.
Access all of the classes online as well.
And that is our coffee mug right there on the cover.
It is your coffee mug.
Yep.
I love that coffee mug. Anyway, so do pick this up and take a look at the amazing classes they have. And, looking through all of this, they have a Christmas party, which I will remind you again at the end of the show.
Craft fair.
It's a craft fair, 2018 craft fair. And that is starting on Saturday, November 24th. And that's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so make sure you can make it there. So tell me, welcome, as I said, to the show.
Thank you.
How did you guys get involved in this wonderful program?
You want to start with your
Sure.
history?
I've been with Biddeford Adult Ed for almost 20 years now. I just, this past Monday, celebrated 10 years as the community adult education leader. So I got started in it as I worked for an accounting firm, and I was hired to convert Biddeford Adult Ed into a system and financial system in which they could keep their own electronic records financially instead of the old paper and pencil. So that's how I started, and then I loved it. I love everything that we do. I love everyone we help. Not a day goes by where we haven't been able to help somebody.
Now, can anybody
can
come to the center?
Mm-hmm. Yes, most of the classes are free.
Okay.
We do have some classes that we charge, but I would say probably the majority are free to the community. Mm-hmm. We support through some state subsidy as well as grants.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. So any age, anybody?
Adult.
It's adult focused. However, our family literacy program does involve children with their parents. So we will have younger children on site with us, but their parents are present. And that program is really geared towards family engagement. So we offer classes in parenting, active parenting, a monthly story hour,
creative
play. But the whole gist of that is for parents to be present. It's not to just drop your kids off and they're playing. It's really about working on and nurturing that relationship between the parent and the child. And that program also does a lot with Head Start. And now Biddeford is offering preschool programming. So our instructor is involved at that level. And working with families to help prepare themselves and their children for school. And she also does an anger management group that's available, and really about how to more self-regulation and that sort of thing. A lot of, really focusing on not just academic intelligence, but also our emotional intelligence. So that class, and those
That's a well-needed
services,
class.
Yeah.
yes, very much so. And those services through the Family Literacy Program are all free to the community.
Wow.
And Julie Berube has been part of our program for 19 years now, and her program grew as well. She's up to 15 families she's working with, which is
It's a lot.
it is. It's amazing how
But when you love what you do,
absolutely.
time doesn't matter, and what you're doing and how many doesn't matter.
And I came to adult ed, I think it's 6 years now.
What brought you, Paulette?
Well, I've been in the District 24 and in Biddeford, and I was an administrator at John F. Kennedy School.
Okay.
And my superintendent asked me if I would also do adult education. The former director had retired and whatnot. So it's been 6 years now, and I didn't think it would be that long.
Yeah.
But adult ed certainly fits with my value system and what our mission is, and the work that we do is really valuable in the community for so many.
Yeah.
And we have 6 programs overall. So we offer enrichment classes, and those take place at the Learning Center, which is at the Community Center. We also offer classes at the Center of Technology. So classes in auto mechanics, we'll be starting one in plumbing, like for the home plumber, an AutoCAD class, which is an architectural drawing class, but computerized, welding, we've done electrical training. So we've, there's a lot to us. So that's enrichment. And then we have our high school diploma program for those folks that are seeking their high school diploma, and that is in a more traditional way where they're taking classes with us. We also offer the high set exam, which is they sit for 5 exams, which is the high school equivalency exam. So that's another option for people pursuing their high school diploma. We're moving more and more into workforce training. For many years, we offered the CNA program, and Sue oversees and coordinates that program.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of retraining for folks that may have lost their jobs. Adult ed historically, as you know, as the mills started to close, had done a lot of retraining through the years.
Yeah.
So the work has changed, but in some ways it hasn't. And then we have college transition program, and for those folks that may need some remediation if they're looking to go to college, and we help them with the financial aid piece and support them through that process if they're looking for some sort of advanced training or schooling.
That's great. And how many of you are involved?
There's a core 8 of us.
Okay.
There's Paulette and myself. Ann Bullier is one of our administrative assistants, and she does a lot of the designing.
Yeah.
I call her our marketing department.
Okay.
And then we have the other administrative assistant, Pat Hamill. Nancy Ouellette is our student advisor. We have Julie Berube, who is our family literacy. We have Tracy Collins, who is...
Career Pathways Coordinator.
And then we have Sam Smithwick, who is in charge of the ELL, ABE program, which is huge.
Break that down for the audience.
Sure. ELL is English as a Second Language. And we have a lot of new Mainers, and that is another part of our program that grows every day. And they come in, and we help them to speak, to read, to use a computer.
Oh, wow.
Many of them come having been trained in their native country in a
Yeah.
particular field, and so they're here to learn English. And in addition to those classes, our Career Pathways coordinator, Tracy Collins, works with the instructor and the student in terms of finding appropriate work for them. And we also work with the other community agencies that are involved with our students. So whether that be FedCap or DHHS or,
Folk
city
rehab.
services or the housing authority, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of wraparound services for clients or our students. So we work with them as well.
Yep, and oh shoot, I was just going to say something about 53 countries have been serviced through us, 17 languages. We have about 4 languages right now that are pretty strong, and they're all in it together. They're refugees from where they came from, and they're here, and we have a food pantry once a month, and we have twice a week. Catholic Charities comes in and serves a lunch breakfast kind of thing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Eggs, sometimes there's ham sandwiches, sometimes there's rice and bean casseroles. We never know what we're going to get. But
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, it's,
That building is amazing.
oh,
Yeah.
I love the building.
And we're open. We run classes 6 days a week, pretty
Yep.
much.
Do you really?
Yep. And in the evenings, during the day, in the evenings. Yep.
Yep. Wednesday night is our busiest night. We have 6 classes going Wednesday nights till 9 o'clock in that building.
In that building.
Yeah, because we also have our classes over at COT, Center of Technology as well. Saturday we had 5 classes going.
I'm just amazed.
I was there from 7 in the morning till 4:30. And it's all kinds of classes. Our CNA class was there. We offer 3 CNA classes a semester. And we have 2 CNA instructors, Kathy Bickford and Patty Fita. We offer CNA Med. We have an agreement with the state, which is once you're a CNA,
Yeah.
for a year, you can take a course to hand out medicine. And we offer that. The ratio is 3 students to 1 instructor, so it's a very small.
intense.
Yep, very intense. We have a relationship with the state of Maine Department of Health and Human Services that when a CNA's license expires, they come to us and we test them and get them active back on the registry. So tomorrow we have 10 CNA students that will be training and doing their skills tests with us. Yep.
Takes my breath away.
Yeah.
I mean, just to hear all of this, what all of you are doing.
In that beautiful building.
And it's also, I mean, we are part of that, of supporting economic development in this
Yeah.
area.
Right, exactly.
And I think that sometimes there's a perception that adult education are for those people that dropped out of high school. And that's not the case at all, although we do provide programming for that.
Yeah.
That's not all about adult education. Very much involved in workforce development.
See, I believe this is what the audience needs to hear. Sometimes you're kind of typecast
Yes.
into doing,
Absolutely.
okay, they just do one thing,
Right.
but you don't.
No.
And this is where people need to get the information, the education,
Right.
whether they pick up, the classes you have coming up. And again, all of you, I would like you to pick this up.
We mail one to everybody in 4 towns, Biddeford, Saco, Old Orchard, Arundel, Dayton, 5,
Wow.
yep. We send out, we have 27,000 of them printed a semester. And so anyone that has a post office box or a street address, mailing address, the post office will deliver one to them.
Right.
If they don't receive it that way, they can call us and we can mail them one. We have a mailing list of people. We have people that come all the way Lewiston. A couple weeks ago, we had a night class and someone drove down for a class from Lewiston.
Great.
The other thing, we also offer our online classes. So that's also part of our brochure. So we have arrangements with online schools so people can register through us and take the course. We also have 2 computer labs at the facility. So if someone wanted to take a course that was online, did not have the resources, they can make arrangements with us to take the course on site with us.
You've made everything very convenient.
We try to. I mean, we're here to serve the community.
I see that and I hear that. I mean, you're making it convenient for people who have to work, and they can take the online classes or...
Yep, the CNA class. If they work during the day, maybe they can take the night one. But if they're a full-time parent and work, we offer a Wednesday evening, Saturday, so you have a little space. You know, we try to accommodate everybody that we can.
All right, here's a question. What gives you your drive? What gives you your drive?
The people we help, they keep me going.
I think the opportunities that we can create for people to be successful.
So, in your growing up years, was there a moment in your growing up years, teenage years, whatever, that perhaps you needed help or you needed focused, and that's part of your drive, or is it just what?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs help at one point or another.
Yeah.
You know, some of us are fortunate to have family that supports you in that help, or good friends, and I think there are some folks that may not have that. And I think that adult ed can fill that gap for a lot of people. What we hear a lot from our students is that, you know, this is like my family now. I feel safe here. I feel comfortable here. So it fills an emotional need for people as well. My initial training, I trained to be a clinical social worker, which I had done for many, many years in this area, in the Portland area and in this area, and then in the school department. And that's how I was first connected to the Biddeford School Department. So for me, the motivation, yes, it's to help people to make our community always better, always trying to improve it. Giving back to the community is very important to me. This community has been very good to me, and I feel very connected to it. So I want to give back to it, and I want to leave it in a better place than when I arrived. And I think that, you know, of course, helping people and is a motivating factor. And I think we provide them with those opportunities in a very flexible and adaptable way. As life changes, as our community changes, as our economy changes, we try to be flexible to meet those needs. And that's the other piece, that's kind of fun about the job, is that it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
And I could get easily bored. So that doesn't happen because there's always something, and you're able to be creative in creating these opportunities for people.
You have to be creative. Not everybody learns the same, so you can't teach everybody the same all the way through. No matter what class, you're going to have a group of people that you had said that you had gone for your teaching and you started one way, and then once the 15 students came, your philosophy changed.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to be so adaptive to who your audience is and to cater to what their needs are. And they're victims one way or another, and you've got to make them not that.
Right.
And
Empower them.
Yes. And
So was there a moment in your life, Sue, that you...
I don't know. I have a special needs brother, So I grew up where we were always active with the Special Olympics and things like that. And then when I became into high school, those type of people were mainstreamed. Yeah. And I saw bullying like I never saw before.
Yeah.
And I couldn't let that happen.
No.
So I don't know what happened, but here we are.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and your work is amazing.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, we're running out of time. So much to talk about. So, but I really...
Yes, well, we, just to go over a few summaries, we have 112 classes that we offered this semester. At this moment, there's 684 students in our program this semester alone. Last fall, we had 744. So it's down a little bit, but the semester's not over. This is only October 16th.
Yeah.
We still have 2 more months of things coming. So it's really fun.
I think, it's amazing. And, you were showing me, Sue and Paulette were showing me that they had a brochure from fall of 1979,
Yep.
the things that they offered. And pretty much in 2018, you're offering the same thing. So the need is there and has been there. Mm-hmm. And you contributing to all of this just blows me away. It's a lot. It's a lot. You have hobby courses with no credit, but then you have...
Those are now called our enrichment classes.
Oh, they're enrichment classes.
Those are now our enrichment classes.
We offer 72 of those.
Okay, and then we have high school credit courses.
Which we still offer.
Yep.
And, my goodness, welding, auto body, just English, Spanish, photography. It's just, everything is here. Play production, of course, my eye went right to that.
We don't offer it yet, but I think we might by the end of today.
Okay. But, this list goes on and on and on. But please, definitely stop over. If somebody was just, they're new to all this, and they're intimidated by the building.
Or call. Yep.
Call or just walk in. If they walk in, where do they go?
Second floor.
Second floor.
Second floor, yeah.
The community
There's
center.
Signs on all our doors.
Okay.
Where the office is, that we have a beautiful kitchen. There, if they're in need of anything, ask. Maybe we can help them. Well, we know we can. We can do it, can't we?
Yes, we can.
We can make it happen.
Boy, they're tough women, aren't they? They can make it happen. Wow. No, this is great, and I'm so happy you came on the show. And
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yes.
We appreciate this.
To really educate the audience on what you offer there, not to be afraid, walk in, go to the second floor. You might be sitting there at home whenever you're watching the show, whether it's in the morning with your coffee or at night, and you're thinking, I need to make a change in my life. This might be your change to make.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't cost anything to investigate, to walk in, look around. So do yourself a favor. And I want to thank both of you for taking the time, for being on the show.
Greatly appreciate it.
Of course. And I was impressed when I was there videotaping. So I'm just happy we followed through. And
our students that spoke that night.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah. They're the ones that show the impact the most.
Oh, they did.
They brought tears to 3 people on that in the front row.
Yeah, I believe it. So it's just a very positive, nurturing place to be.
Yep.
And if you want to make a change, like I said, in your life, why don't you do it now? Take a walk down there. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, Paulette, for being on the show. and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.